Well, the game lived up to its billing in that it was an exciting one, no doubt. The Edmonton Oilers get their first win of the season. Todd McClellan gets his first win as the coach of the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid, his first multiple-goal game. Cam Talbot, his first win of the season. The Calgary Flames, lots to talk about there tonight. We'll see if we can find some positives as well. But as it starts with the Battle of Alberta, all eyes were on Connor McDavid tonight, and we got the game.
Well, this is the one that Oiler fans have been waiting for. And everything that you knew about him that was built up came to this game today. First of all, the body language, even before the game we discussed it. The dominance through the neutral zone. There he backs up a pretty good defenseman in Russell because of that speed and that lateral movement. And here, guys, this was very close to being the goal of the year. And just, hey, listen, it is what it is. We know at times he's 18, but tonight he looked like he's been in the league for 10 years.
So if that
could easily been a hat trick tonight.
So if that might have been the goal of the year, does that mean that's a save of the year already then?
At this moment, it might be.
Way to stay with it.
A couple from Henrik Lundqvist and maybe Carey Price on that list as well. It wasn't just Connor McDavid scored. It was a whole bunch of first-round draft picks, which we can get to in just a second. But let's check in with Cassie and Taylor Hall.
Taylor, I think so much significance to this win. Obviously, the first one of the season for you guys, the first one for your new head coach. But maybe even more importantly, 9 points by 4 first-round picks in this hockey game. It seems like it came together tonight.
Yeah, it really did. I think right from the start we were committed to a win and a complete effort. And, I mean, there's one thing to play well and have some good things going on in your game, but you need a win for some confidence and for some feel-good. So it's a nice night.
How important has it been for guys like yourself, and obviously you get the A and you're stepping up in your leadership role, but maybe to try and take some of the pressure off Connor McDavid, because you've been in his shoes? Yeah,
there's a ton of pressure on him, and you know, it's tough as an 18-year-old. You don't quite have the you know, the ability to kind of just let that stuff drop, and we're doing the best we can to surround him with good people. And at the end of the day, it's about hockey, and it was a great game for him tonight. We needed him. He's going to play a lot for us, and he's going to be in situations, and he did great.
Taylor, thanks for this. Good luck in Vancouver tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cass. Thanks, Taylor. I know Taylor will never admit to this, but that has got to be an odd position for him to be in right there, talking about how they got to surround Connor McDavid and be good for Connor McDavid because he's young as well, and there's a lot of pressure that is on him. Last year, Calgary Flames led in the conference, 22 wins in a division. This year, they're 1-4 against their own division. What are we seeing from the Flames right now? That's different from last year's. Now, remember, they started slow last year, too, before they turned it on.
Not this slowly. And, you know, this today, and if you want to put it in proper context, best way to put it, major disappointment, major setback tonight. Because this was a game after what they did last night in Winnipeg where they played extremely well. Not as close to how well they played last year, but really darn close. And so to come back home against the Edmonton Oilers that hadn't had a win, and you know, you have to remember that the brain plays tricks on you. So sometimes when you put in that great effort last night, you come home, you think, hey, come on, it's a winless team. We're going to get it back. We're going to be back to where we were. But if you don't put in the work, it doesn't happen.
Let me put it to you this way. Remember the first year Patrick Waugh in Colorado Avalanche, and then everybody said Colorado was going to have the setback, and they knew they were going to have the setback. And then last year, as the Flames were going, some people were saying that the Flames last year were just like the Colorado Avalanche, and they were going to have the setback. But with the addition of Dougie Hamilton and the Flames D, is it still accurate to expect them to have a setback every year?
They're not sneaking up on anybody. And like Colorado a few years ago, you know, when the bar is pretty low, it's easier. It's easier to manage. And now they're not sneaking up on anybody, and teams are really getting ready for Calgary.
Sorry, I just want to say this. So the difference between the Calgary team and Colorado is this back end, and their goaltending last year was really good. They got really great performances from the Monahan line. They're doing this to themselves. It's not their lineup. You can look at their lineup on a piece of paper. It's what they had last year or better. Right. So they've done it to themselves, and to that point, they can get out of it themselves.
You know, and the other thing, too, and I know that there's a lot of talk about last year's defensive core, and Giordano got a lot of credit, but TJ Brodie, right?
I agree.
Maybe even better than we talk about it, and he's not there. And when they get him back, I think that changes the dynamic of that back end too. Because you like Hamilton, but do you not see Hamilton still more as a prospect than you would, a solid, regular type of guy just yet?
Dougie Hamilton, now what they're paying him, like, it's got to come up a bit.
It does.
But, Nick, I honestly, you talk about a guy who's not there that they missed. There's a guy there who they're missing right now, and that's Yuri Hoodler. People forget what a great year he had last year. Right. Even strength points near the top of the NHL, the effect he had on Gaudreau and everybody else. They need Yuri Hoodler to get back to being him.
Been a big night in the National Hockey League tonight. We'll get you caught up on everything that has happened and wind some stories through it. So Connor McDavid gets the goal. How do Brian and Kelly McDavid feel as this really is a family game? Well, there's your reaction, the proud, beaming parents. We'll be right back.